Hey guys, and welcome back to the Divine Witch. So today's video, as you can tell, is going to be about what happened at Serpent Mound. I want to make a disclaimer first off. This one has nothing to do with me. But there was some claims in the article that I've seen going around, and I feel like maybe we should talk about it. At first, I wanted to ignore it. I will be completely honest, because this deals with something that I know nothing of. As far as, people coming and disrespecting my ancestors, disrespecting the land, and disrespecting the belief from which the land is deep rooted in. But I feel like I've said before, especially during what happened with George Floyd, that if we stand back and say nothing, then what good are we? And that's pretty much what I want to talk about today. So there was claims in this article. I guess there was a video that was posted. Pagans tried to stop prayer. First and foremost, the Native Americans who are associated with that land are not pagan. Now, if you look at the definition of paganism, then you'd be like, well, yeah, they fall in the same category. But a lot of these individuals do not identify as pagan. So it was very disrespectful, I would assume, towards them to be labeled as pagan. So, when things like this happen, it's not something new. Especially within American history and colonism and basically wiping people out and taking over their land. Unfortunately, the land belongs to a nonprofit. I have not looked in to see who owns it. I have not looked in to see what the nonprofit is. But I do know that they work with the tribal council for events, sacred ceremonies, information. I know when I was younger and I lived around the area, they would do reenactments as well, which I feel like I should talk about that too. I grew up around that area, around the Adams County, Peebles area. I was in Manchester, Ohio, Westchester, Ohio for about the first 15 years of my life. So it wasn't uncommon to take a field trip to go see Serpent Mound or to go visit. It's a beautiful place. And if anybody out there ever gets a chance to visit it, when you go, there's a certain type of energy. If I'm recalling from my memory and the feeling and the vibration of it, and it's one that is unique. It's calm but powerful. And it always feels like someone's watching after you, in a good way, of course. And I always enjoyed going there. I haven't been there in quite some time. I know that one of the biggest issues that we have in the pagan community that I've noticed over the years, at least here in Ohio, is people will come to Serpent Mound and do rituals. I've known a few individuals who will go there at night, sneak in, and do rituals. So when it comes to things like this, some will say they're justified, some will say they're not. Me personally, I don't think it's right. Just for the reason being, even though, no matter how you look at it, we don't own the world. We are given the opportunity to experience this world and this realm as our spirit. But sometimes, you got to go with what feels right. And to me, that does not feel right. It'd be a different story if there was approvals and it was talked about not only from the owners, but to those who have their ancestors there. That's just my personal opinion. take it with a grain of salt. Now, as far as what had concurred, I think now it's like a few days. It's been pretty widespread. The video itself was very heated. And I know a few of us in the pagan community as leaders have talked about it. And what can we do? How can we help? How can we stop the spread of bad information along with protecting those who have similar core beliefs like we do? Most pagans, not all, but most, worship the land that we walk on. We believe that, wherever we were born, we use what we got. And especially when you're from that region, I can tell you, it's not uncommon to hunt for your food. It is not uncommon to help your neighbor. It is not uncommon to see more laid back spiritualism, or what they would call Appalachian magic. And then you've also got what was displayed in the video. I'm not here to shame anybody's religion. I'm not here to shame their practices, because I feel honestly this is a teachable moment. I'm trying to formulate my words to where I can express how I feel, but also be realistic from both sides. It would have been one thing to come and do prayer. Prayer is something that is universal. No matter what path you follow, no matter what religion you're in, we all have our own forms of prayer. But where it turns from prayer